Today we've got another look at the iPhone 18 Pro Max thanks to some live images as well as more news on its upgrades and colours. So first up, we've finally got more confirmations on the display, and Apple is reportedly set to finalise the OLED panel production this month with Samsung Display and LG. Now the big upgrade here is that the iPhone 18 Pro Max is expected to use the new LTPO Plus display technology, and this is more power efficient than the panels currently used in the iPhone 17 Pro lineup, and this matters because Apple is clearly trying to squeeze more battery life out of every part of the phone this year. We've also had more images posted by early Apple leaks over on X, claiming to show updated CAD data for the iPhone 18 series, and once again it lines up with what we saw last week, a significantly smaller dynamic island. Now visually it makes a bigger difference than you might expect. The height remains roughly the same, but the width has been reduced dramatically, giving the front of the phone a much cleaner look and a more modern look with noticeably more user screen space, and honestly this is probably the most logical upgrade that Apple could have made. It keeps Face ID intact, but makes the whole display feel less intrusive. Now Apple is also expected to improve the efficiency even further with the move to fully in-house modems across the entire iPhone 18 lineup, and interestingly, iOS 26.3 has already introduced a new feature that limits precise location data that's shared with networks for improved privacy and security. Now that feature requires Apple's custom modem hardware, so it's very likely that we're going to have this custom modem in all versions of the iPhone 18. Of course, we're also expecting the introduction of proper satellite calling, so not just emergency SOS anymore, but actual voice calls over satellite connectivity. So if Apple gets this right, it's going to be a huge upgrade for people traveling, hiking, or just living in areas with poor reception. Now another surprise is going to be in the pricing, and despite the rising costs across the industry, especially due to the RAM shortages, analysts now believe that Apple are actually going to keep pricing exactly the same as last year. Apparently, Apple Scale gives them huge leverage when negotiating component pricing, and instead of passing the increases onto customers, they're expected to absorb the cost themselves. And honestly, if that's true, it's going to make the iPhone 18 lineup look very competitive in a market where phone prices just keep climbing. Now something else that apparently isn't changing is going to be the finish, and according to Fixed Focus Digital, Apple are going to continue using the same anodized aluminium coating that we saw on the iPhone 17 Pro models, and this is a little bit worrying because plenty of users have reported scratching and chipping issues on certain colors, and I actually had this on the first day with my blue color. So unless Apple has quietly improved the durability of the coating itself, we could end up seeing similar complaints again this year. Now something that is getting an upgrade, however, is the battery, and Digital Chat Station reports that the iPhone 18 Pro Max is going to increase to somewhere between 5,100 and 5,200 mAh. Now on paper, it doesn't sound like a huge jump from the iPhone 17 Pro Max's 5,088, but the raw numbers doesn't really tell the full story. If you combine that slightly larger battery with a more efficient chipset, improved display efficiency, and Apple's own modem hardware, we should see a noticeable improvement in real-world battery life. And when it comes to colors, things have honestly been all over the place recently. We've had leaks suggesting deep red, brown, dark cherry, purple, light blue, basically every color imaginable. So it's pretty obvious that Apple have been testing multiple finishes internally, or maybe some of these rumors are just completely false, but nobody's really known which colors are actually going to make it to launch, but now we may finally have our answer. Now, a new report from the Navar blog has published images of the alleged camera models, and this appears to confirm 4 colors available, so that's dark gray, dark cherry, silver, and the sky blue. And if true, that's going to mean Apple is going back to offering 4 colors instead of just 3. Now, of course, this is still just a leak from a blog post, and with how easy AI image generation has become these days, nothing is guaranteed yet. It does look a little bit promising, and based off of all of this leaked information, I've created these updated renders here to give you guys a much better look at what we could expect from the iPhone 18 Pro Max. And honestly, that dark cherry color in particular could end up being one of Apple's best Pro colors in years. Now for those excited, we're going to run through the full specs, design, and the expected pricing to help you guys decide which one is right for you. So hit subscribe now and we'll get right into it. So first up, we have the iPhone 18 Pro, and this raises the bar with a 6.3-inch LTPO Super Retina XDR OLED display running at 1 to 120 Hz. It's going to remain at 2622 by 1206 resolution, but of course we get higher peak brightness, thinner bezels, and a smaller dynamic island.
We get a new 42 megapixel selfie camera on the front that's been moved to the top left of the display. Then over on the back, the Pro steps up to a triple camera system with a variable aperture, and that's a 48 megapixel main sensor, a 48 megapixel ultra wide, and then a new 64 megapixel periscope offering 5 to 10 times optical zoom. And all three are rumored to use stacked sensors for faster readout and better color depth. It's powered by the A20 Pro chip, which is manufactured on a 2nm node, and is coming with 12GB of RAM and up to 1TB of storage. And battery size is going to land around 4,300 mAh for the eSIM only model, with some big improvements to fast charging. Connectivity brings 5G, Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6, ultra wideband, and the new C2 modem. And it's of course going to ship with iOS 27, and pricing is expected to start from £1,099 or $1,099. Next up, we've got the iPhone 18 Pro Max, Apple's largest flagship model, and we get a 6.9-inch LTPO Super Retina XDR OLED display with a resolution of 2868 by 1320. It's still a 120Hz display with a record-breaking peak brightness and a smaller dynamic island. For the front camera, we get the same 42 megapixel camera we have on the Pro, and again it's been moved to the top left. And then over on the rear, we could see a 200 megapixel primary camera, a 48 megapixel ultra wide, and a 64 megapixel telephoto, of course with larger apertures and improved sensor readouts for even better zoom and night shots. Now it's running the same A20 Pro chip with 12GB of RAM, but this time we get up to 2TB of storage, and it also packs a much larger battery of 5,200 mAh for the eSIM only model, with improvements to wired and wireless charging. We get 5G, Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6, ultra wideband, and Apple's C2 modem. And of course it's running iOS 27, and it's expected to launch around £1,199, well that's going to be $1,199 in USA, and of course it's launching in September 2026. Finally, we have the Apple iPhone Fold, Apple's most premium iPhone to date. It features a 5.5-inch external display for everyday use, paired with a 7.8-inch internal folding OLED display with a wide tablet-like aspect ratio. Now both displays use punch-hole cameras, with the external camera at the top center of the display and the internal camera in the top left corner. And of course, the standout feature here is that when it's unfolded, the internal display has no visible crease from any angle. Now the device measures at just 9mm thick when it's folded and 4.5mm when unfolded, making it one of the thinnest book-style foldables ever. Now for the selfie camera, it's unknown at the moment, but at least the external punch hole is likely to be an 18 megapixel multi-aspect selfie camera. And then over on the rear, we've got a dual camera setup on a raised camera bar, and current rumors suggest Apple may deliver a 200 megapixel stacked primary camera, and that's going to be paired with a 48 megapixel ultra wide, and of course it's all alongside Apple's latest AI-powered video features driven by an upgraded neural engine. Now it's going to be powered up by the A20 Pro chip and paired with 12GB of RAM and up to 2TB of storage, and it uses a dual battery system with an estimated combined capacity of around 5,600 mAh, designed to deliver consistent all-day battery life despite the large internal display. Instead of Face ID, Apple has integrated Touch ID into the power button, positioned right above the camera modules, and for connectivity we've got 5G, Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6, and ultra wideband, and the device runs iOS 27 out of the box. Now the iPhone Fold is expected to launch in black and white color options, with pricing estimated at between $2,000 and $2,500, positioning it firmly as Apple's most expensive and most ambitious iPhone yet. So overall, the iPhone 18 lineup is shaping up to be a really solid upgrade. Apple isn't reinventing the design here, and instead they're refining the hardware and improving the overall experience in ways that the people are actually going to notice day to day. Now we've got the display, the battery, the modem upgrades, and they all look genuinely meaningful. And then the smaller dynamic island helps modernize the front of the phone without sacrificing Face ID. Now AI is obviously going to play a huge role with the new iOS, but if we're being honest, this is still an area where Apple feels very much behind the competition now, so hopefully this year they really start catching up. But that being said, because of the similarities to the previous generation, it's probably not going to make anyone with an iPhone 17 rush for an upgrade, but for anyone with an older iPhone or those looking to try out their first iPhone, then it could be a very attractive choice. Now as always, as soon as any more leaks or information come in, I'm going to be sharing them straight away, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a thing in the future.